As we embark on this journey through history to unravel the life and death of one of the most influential monarchs of England, Queen Elizabeth I, we should take a moment to reflect on the world she inhabited. The Elizabethan era was a time of great cultural and scientific change, but it was also a period marked by a lack of understanding about certain substances we now know to be hazardous to human health. One such substance is lead, which was the primary ingredient in the white makeup or Venetian ceruse that Queen Elizabeth I was known to wear. Today, we explore the intriguing hypothesis: did this poisonous white makeup lead to Queen Elizabeth's untimely death? Venetian ceruse, also known as the spirits of Saturn, was a cosmetic of choice for noble women of the Elizabethan era. It provided the sought-after look of a flawless, porcelain-like white complexion, a look that was associated with purity and high social standing. However, this beauty came with a deadly price. The main ingredient in Venetian ceruse was white lead, a substance now known for its toxic properties. The key question we seek to answer is whether the daily use of this makeup over many years contributed to the death of Queen Elizabeth I. Chronic lead poisoning is a well-understood medical condition in the modern world. The health effects are wide-ranging and can be severe. Symptoms can include abdominal pain, headaches, memory problems, mood disorders, weakness, and anemia. Chronic lead poisoning can also lead to more serious complications, such as kidney damage, high blood pressure, and can even be fatal. However, in the 16th century, the harmful effects of lead were not yet known, and thus the danger lurking in the Queen's daily makeup routine was unbeknownst to her and her contemporaries. Queen Elizabeth I was known to use Venetian ceruse daily to maintain her famously pale visage and cover up smallpox scars from an illness she survived in 1562. This makeup, a mixture of white lead and vinegar, did not just sit on the surface of the skin, but was absorbed into her body, steadily exposing her to toxic lead. The situation was a vicious cycle. The ceruse makeup, while it covered her smallpox scars, also damaged her skin, leading her to apply even more of it. With the regular application of this toxic makeup, it is quite plausible that Queen Elizabeth was slowly and unknowingly poisoning herself over the years. Historical accounts indicate that she suffered from several health problems that align with the symptoms of chronic lead poisoning. She often experienced bouts of fatigue and had recurring abdominal pain. She also exhibited signs of irritability and suffered from bouts of depression, suggesting possible neurological effects from lead poisoning. Elizabeth's dental health also provides some clues. She had bad breath, lost many of her teeth, and had blackened gums, all symptoms of severe gum disease. This is another condition that can be exacerbated by chronic lead poisoning. It is very possible that her use of lead-based makeup, compounded with an Elizabethan diet high in sugar, significantly contributed to her poor dental health. Despite these compelling pieces of evidence, it is important to understand the complexities involved in attributing her death to chronic lead poisoning. Other health and environmental factors could also have played a role in the Queen's declining health. For example, the medical care standards in the Elizabethan era were not what they are today, and she was exposed to other sources of lead as well. Lead was a common material in pewter plates and goblets, and it was often used in the medicines of the time. The Queen's diet also included wine, which was sometimes adulterated with lead to enhance the sweetness. In a fascinating study conducted in 2010, British Egyptologist Joanne Fletcher and chemical analyst Stephen Buckley replicated the Venetian ceruse makeup to understand its potential effects on the skin. They applied this makeup to a piece of pig skin, which is often used as a substitute for human skin in scientific studies due to its similar properties. They found that the lead in the makeup seeped through the pigskin within just a few hours. This finding indicated how quickly and easily lead from the makeup could penetrate human skin and enter the bloodstream, where it could then be transported to various organs in the body. In the later years of her life, Queen Elizabeth displayed behavior that points to a deteriorating neurological condition, which is a well-known effect of chronic lead poisoning. Reports from the time described episodes of confusion, memory loss, and even paranoia. These could either be symptoms of her advancing age or indications of a more serious health issue resulting from prolonged exposure to lead. While the connections between Queen Elizabeth's health problems and the symptoms of chronic lead poisoning are compelling, the cause of her death remains a topic of speculation without a definitive scientific conclusion. A forensic examination of her remains, which has not been performed and is unlikely to be done due to the historical and cultural significance of her burial, would be necessary to confirm the presence of high levels of lead in her body. Nevertheless, it is worth noting that Elizabeth lived to the age of 69, which was considered a long life in the 16th century. The official cause of her death was recorded as blood poisoning. This broad term could include a multitude of conditions, and it is conceivable that the effects of chronic lead poisoning were among them. In conclusion, the question of whether Queen Elizabeth I was killed by her poisonous white makeup remains an intriguing and plausible theory. The makeup she used daily for many years contained a deadly ingredient, and she exhibited numerous symptoms of chronic lead poisoning. Yet, without more conclusive scientific evidence, this theory remains just that, a theory. It's a poignant testament to the dangers hidden beneath the surface of societal beauty norms, and a fascinating insight into the life and death of one of history's most influential monarchs. As we examine the life of Queen Elizabeth I, we are reminded of the dangerous beauty standards of the past and the sometimes toxic lengths people would go to achieve them. It also underscores the importance of scientific understanding in safeguarding human health. The story of Queen Elizabeth's white makeup serves as a stark reminder that what we might consider beautiful can sometimes come with unseen risks, and emphasize the importance of understanding the substances we use on our bodies. While Queen Elizabeth's death may be shrouded in mystery, her legacy is undeniable, and her story continues to captivate us to this day.